Netflix's Notorious B.I.G. documentary is a great origin story, but doesn't talk enough about Biggie's lyrics. Netflix has recently released I Got a Story to Tell, a new feature-length documentary about the life and work of Notorious B.I.G., aka Biggie Smalls, aka Christopher Wallace, he of Brooklyn born. It's worthwhile that people pay more attention to the Black Frank White. All these years later, he's still one of the greatest to have ever done it, despite the fact that his entire output is dramatically smaller than most. Dying at the Keatsian age of 24, under mysterious circumstances no less, only reinforces Biggie's massive place in the pantheon of great street poets of history. I Got a Story to Tell contains some interesting personal footage, and wears its love for Biggie on its sleeve, but doesn't explore the real depths of Biggie's writing. You can commend the reach for the stars approach, and I suppose Biggie's story is inspiring in some ways. But I wanted more exploring of his songs' dark imaginative power and moral turbulence. I Got a Story to Tell already assumes that the songs are great, which they are, but doesn't analyze them much beyond demonstrating Biggie's impeccable flow. Like many artists, Biggie was his own greatest creation. The film doesn't explore that enough, and his story isn't complete without it. A Gemini, Biggie was drawn to duality all his life. He dueted with himself via his psycho killer voice in Gimmie the Loot, and went head-to-head with only the very best of his peers. At times, you can glimpse the person within the persona. It's fun to be able to see how jazz drumming influenced him, or to watch him banter in the home movies that his friends were taking while on tour. It's quite touching to watch him prepare for a show in the hotel room, hoping he's got that young man energy. Barely in his 20s, and New York has already crowned him king. And the home movies are worth it just to see the full extent of the influence of his Jamaican roots, finding out that he couldn't get to sleep without country music playing. We meet his tenacious mother Voletta, who got caught in a difficult situation early in life and made the most of it, and we hear her explain how shocked she was at the language in her son's songs. It's very amusing, but the real powerful moment is to see the flash of anger in her eyes when she explains that her son disrespected her house, especially when you realize how hard she had to work to hold down that tiny apartment in Brooklyn and support her only child. I doubt that he had to eat sardines for dinner, as he claimed, but I'm sure times were plenty tough. And so the thing that plenty of people do to make money ended up getting him kicked out of that house, dropping out of high school, and doing what he could to get by while gradually becoming a superstar. There's also a very short moment that I find absolutely hilarious.